online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everybody, this is Nando Velasquez over at AfterBuzz. We don't have any Walking Dead music right now, but we are anticipating the return of Walking Dead this Sunday, October 12th for Season 5, and this is a special, it's a combination of a preview episode, but also really it's an episode to talk about just the phenomenon that is Walking Dead and the upcoming Walker Stalker Con, which anyone who's a big fan of Walking Dead probably is familiar with. It is the, I guess the official or unofficial Walking Dead convention, and I have with me one of the organizers who is also from a rival podcast, but you know what, we all love each other, it's all good. Eric Nordhoff, who's from Walker Stalkers. Hi Eric, how you doing?
Hey Nando, great, awesome, good to be on with you guys.
Yeah,
and you're my competitor, but I love you.
I love you. You know, let the zombies fight it out. You know, this is not a Governor Rick type of situation here that we're dealing with right now.
We welcome all.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you know, I just you know, there's a lot of Walking Dead podcasts. We actually appreciate. I'm sure both of us appreciate the people who listen to us, to both of us. But you know, I really got to say, I'm digging. I'm digging your story. You and your partner, James Frazier, who couldn't make it today. But I want to talk to you guys because you guys are real big fans and you've created an amazing enterprise, I want to say. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about just how you got into The Walking Dead, because you run a really good podcast called Walker Stalkers and a website, walkerstalkers.com. So how do you get into Walking Dead? How did you decide to make a podcast about The Walking Dead?
I mean, it was very much accidental. We were, you know, we realized that we were fans of a TV show called Lost, which obviously you know. And we started talking about Lost. He has all this, James had all this memorabilia in his house. And then we realized we both loved a TV show, The Walking Dead. And when season 3 started, we started watching it in his basement. About 4 weeks in, we heard they were finishing up taping down in Sonoy. We live in Nashville, about 4 hours away from Sonoy, Georgia, where they do most of the filming. And we went down there and we had an absolutely amazing experience. We met like 8 of the cast members. We met a ton of crew. We went and checked out all the locations. And we were basically just fanboying ourselves all the way around that area. And we came back on such a high, and we wanted to share about it. And so we thought the best way to do it after Thanksgiving break, during the hiatus, the mid-season hiatus of season 3, we just started talking about our experiences. And, you know, it just built from there. Nothing was really planned out. I mean, we were just fans. We said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we got like Greg Nicotero to come on the podcast? And after about 6 episodes, we were able to get him on. And from that point on, we had about 27 straight actors or crew from the show on our podcast, and it just grew. We had a little meetup in Sonoy at the end of the season. We had a premiere party, and during the summer, we just had this crazy idea to start a convention, or at least have like a bigger meetup with maybe 5 celebrities from the show. And it just turned out to be way bigger. We kept asking people to come, and one after another started committing, because really one of the great things about the TV show is how great the actors are with their fans. Yeah. We all know how great those guys are. So, man, I mean, we got Andrew Lincoln, who never comes to conventions, to come, and Norman Reedus. I gotta say, almost the entire cast. You got
a who's who from the cast on your podcast and on the convention. I'm a bit envious of some of the people. Yeah, I mean, Andrew Lincoln, you know, he has his family and he's always busy. So great get. I just listened to your most recent podcast with Robert Kirkman, celebrating your 100th episode. Congratulations on that. I know Kirkman's not an easy get as well. So what do you attribute your success as far as getting all these people and just establishing yourself with the convention, the podcast? What do you establish that for?
Well, the way I would say it is, we love. First of all, we're fans. I think people get that we have the heart of a fan.
Yeah.
But yet we also try to really respect the celebrities but also reach out to them persistently, not in an annoying way, but just in a consistent way. We just keep reaching out to them, try to build a relationship with them. We definitely want to give fans just like us the same experience that we have, that we have had, and we just want to see those same smiles on people's faces, and just people coming away from whatever they experience with us happy, like we were, elated like we were coming back from that first trip in 2012 down to Sonoy. That's really it.
What's been the biggest surprise for you as far as the people you've gotten on the show, or anything surprise you at all from the cast members or the crew?
Well, not really as much, just that how nice they are. I think we're really spoiled because not all celebrities are as kind and as appreciative of their fans, but everybody from the top down just really realizes how important the fan is, and how kind they've been to us. People don't need to be nice to us or nice to just everyday fans. So I guess what surprises me is how kind everybody is and how willing people are to connect with fans, like we have been able to help them do.
Beautiful. And I love how you expanded that. Let's talk a little bit about the convention, at least as far as it started.
Sure.
You set up a Kickstarter foundation. That's not the right word. A Kickstarter account. Let's just say that. Campaign. That's the word I'm looking for. You started a Kickstarter campaign last year to get the funds to do this out of it. Yeah, I was going to say that must be a little scary. Just you guys, have you had a lot of experience doing conventions before?
Are you kidding me? No.
Experts at all now?
I mean, it was like, we wanted to raise 15 grand. That was our goal. We needed 15 grand to kind of get some startup cash. At about 2 weeks in, we had $2,000 pledged. So if you don't get 15 grand, you lose all the money that's pledged to you. So here I am thinking, man, we're going to lose like tons of money if we don't get this 15 grand. So I was pretty freaked out. I even quit somewhere through the process. I said, James, I can't put my family at risk. I mean, both James and I have other jobs, or did at least. And at that time, it was just really, really scary. But James was like, no, I think we can get Norman Reedus. And we were really close because Greg Nicotero had just announced. So we were making some traction, but we just went full on those last 2 weeks and hit it hard, giving away tons of stuff, revised our pledges, and the fans came through. 165 fans came through and helped us raise that 15K.
Beautiful. So you had a great first year. You had a lot of guests. You just mentioned Nicotero. You mentioned Reedus. You had a lot of good cast members. I guess it also helped that they're still shooting in Atlanta, so obviously it's a little bit easier to get them assembled at that time. Yeah,
that's why we do it when we do it.
And obviously it makes sense to do it right now. They're still in the middle of production, even though we can't wait to see the season premiere. They're still in the middle of production, so it's going to be in Atlanta on October 17th through 19th. But what I love about what you guys just keep going, so which I think is amazing. So this year you have a big expansion, it looks like. You're going on tour with the band. It almost seems like, right?
Yeah. Who would have thought? I mean, honestly, when we did the first one, we did get 10,500 people at the con in Atlanta. And right away, we're like, I was kind of tired, but James said, come on, let's go do Boston. And I was like, oh, really? We're gonna do Boston? Are you serious? And somehow he convinced me that Boston would be a great next con. We actually did Chicago next in February, actually March of 2014. Then we did Boston, and those each, averaged about 15,000 people. And yeah, now starting with Atlanta, we're gonna do Atlanta plus 7 more in 2015.
That's amazing.
So we got New York, Chicago, San Francisco, Boston, Orlando, Dallas. So yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome.
So you are experts at conventions at this point. Maybe last year you weren't, but now it seems like you are experts at this.
Well, I gotta say, honestly, our first convention was really scary. We knew hardly anybody that was going to be on our team with us, but from that experience, evolved this core team of about 20, 30 people that spend like 10, 20 hours a week volunteering their time for the most part. And we just got an amazing crew of people. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. They're all leaders, and they love it. So it's really, really fun. Us plus, we couldn't do it without these guys. And then we have, 400 volunteers in Atlanta that are going to help us out too.
Amazing. So let's talk about the one that's coming up here in Atlanta because, well, first of all, obviously you've done this one year. What if someone who went last year, what would they be really excited about this year that's different?
Well, we have some more celebrities that we didn't have last year. We have Jeffrey DeMunn, who played Dale. And we've got an RV this year. We've got an exact replica. At least the front half of the RV inside looks exactly like Dale's RV from season 1 and 2. Cool. If you remember, it got burned up at the end of season 2. But so Dale's going to be here. We've got the RV, which is going to be a real great attraction. And then we have Irony Singleton, who was T-Dog.
Yeah, T-Dog, loved him.
He's doing the Friday night one-man show called Blindsided by The Walking Dead. Then, of course, we have Emily Kinney in concert again, who was amazing. If you guys missed it last year, you got to come this year if any listeners are coming. So that's going to be awesome. And we have 4 floors this time in the America's Mart. We've got 2 convention halls. We've got a main panel room in the hall itself. We've got an elevated press box where where a lot of these celebrities are going to come up and do interviews. So the vibe in the place is really, really going to be decked out. Tons of haunted houses are participating. It's a zombie and horror show. So not just The Walking Dead, but it's, a lot of The Walking Dead, but tons of other celebrities and guests too. Yeah,
I mean, I just writing down the list that I saw from the announcements on your page. It's like Michael Cudlitz, you said Emily Kinney, Steve Young, Chandler Riggs, Lou Temple, Lauren Cohen, Norman Reedus, of course, Andrew Lincoln,
Melissa McBride.
And McBride, she's awesome too.
Denai Guerrera. I mean, everybody from the cast, current cast is coming. The only one that had to cancel, and he feels terrible, is David Morrissey, the governor, but he's coming to New York.
Yeah,
so
I saw that. I saw you already have some cast announcements for New York, which I believe, I wrote it down here, New York is December 13th through the 14th.
That's right.
And then San Francisco is January 31st and February 1st. Chicago is February 21st through the 22nd. Dallas, March 14th and 15th. I wrote this all down. Orlando, June 27th and 28th. And you got Boston in the summertime, in the heat of the summertime, August 22nd and 23rd. So the cast members get to leave the heat of Georgia to go up to the humidity in Boston. So that's awesome.
We had a great time in Boston last year.
Oh, yeah? Awesome. Yeah. And I saw, I think Emily Kinney's doing a tour. Is that true too? Or is someone taking,
Yeah, that's right. Now, that's sold out within like minutes, but we have 30 people. Emily's going to take them all on a locations tour throughout Sonoy. And it's going to be like a day-long tour. Really, really awesome. Grateful that she's able to do that for us. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Great. Awesome. Beautiful. So dealing with a lot of these people and being so involved with the cast and crew, working with them for these conventions, I'm obviously sure that you are just ingesting everything Walking Dead possible, the video game, the books, everything. Is that something that you got into because of the podcast, or you just were a fan because of the TV show? What happened first as far as that?
Definitely the TV show came first, and everything else came after that.
Great.
Video game, big fans of one thing we have, actually, I don't know if you know this, but there's a Walking Dead pinball game, electronic pinball game.
No.
Which we have in the RV. We installed it in there, and it totally is. It envelops you in the world of the Telltale Games video game. It's really, really good, and a lot of fun. So people can play. But yeah, comics. Big fan of the comics now, and we're actually partnering up with Skybound and putting our podcast exclusively on their Walking Dead Insiders area. So any Walking Dead Insiders will now get our podcast earlier there, which is cool.
Beautiful. Amazing. So, I can't help but say, you are on a podcast, you do recaps every week. I'm on a podcast, I do recaps. We never really recap together. So I would just love to hear your thoughts on at least what we could possibly expect this season coming up. I know we're all excited. We've been waiting. This has been a big cliffhanger in season 4. The first time they ever really set it off. And such a big cliffhanger, leaving us in suspense. So, what are your thoughts coming into this season? What are you looking forward to? What do you expect to see?
Well, I'm just glad we're out of the prison. We were in the prison for a long time, and I like this new setting. I really like the dynamic of what's going to happen between Rick and the leader of Terminus, Gareth. What's going to happen when Carol meets up with Rick again? Yeah. What's his reaction and response going to be? Where's Beth and what's going to happen to her? From what I understand, the first episode is pretty freaking amazing. I mean, I hear it's going to be one of the best opening for a season of The Walking Dead of the 5 that there's been, maybe outside of the pilot. So obviously they get out. I just want to learn. I want to know how they get out of the rail car, and how long they're going to be there in Terminus. We all know, spoiler alert, I think at this point, that these people in Terminus are not eating regular, fish and chicken. You know what I mean?
There was that one shot at the Comic-Con trailer that kind of made it, I feel like it was a little blurry, but you kind of saw something that looked like they were carving up somebody. So. Yeah, so I have a feeling there's going to be some gruesomeness there and some scenes that are going to really freak us out in this episode. So, man, I'm so excited. We started a thing. James and I started a little fantasy poll, I guess, and asking people, what are the 3 people we think are going to survive season 5? What 3 main characters are going to die in season 5? And so we've got our picks, and we're hoping to see what other people are saying. You keeping them close to your vest, or can you share?
No. Because
I'll give you mine first. How about that?
Yeah, I want to hear yours.
Okay, so I'm just gonna definitely say. I'm going to say, I always say Sasha, and we've had her on the show, and I actually told her, I'm sorry, I keep saying you're going to die. So I feel really guilty about that. But yeah, I'm going to say Sasha. And you know what? I'm going to say, what's his character's name? Bob Stuckey Jr. I'm going to say him.
People are killing off Sasha and Bob.
Yeah, Sasha and Bob. So those are the 2 big ones, I think. And then for the third one, I feel like Abraham and Tyrese, a world with Abraham and Tyrese together, I just can't see them for too long because they're both 2 big, strong guys, and we only need one. So my thought would be right now Abraham. That would be my third.
Okay. So Abraham's your third that's going to die. Who do you think's going to survive outside of Rick and Daryl?
Outside of Rick and Daryl. Yeah, outside of those 3, those guys, I would say, I'm just digging on Carol.
Oh yeah.
So
man, me too.
I'm totally digging on Carol. So I'm going to say Carol. I'm going to say Eugene.
Okay.
And
you like Eugene, huh?
Yeah, I just think I think he has a really, without going into comics, I just think he has a really good character arc. I love it. And if anything, he has a redemption story involved. He's the outsider. He's kind of socially, we saw last season, socially challenged. And he gets a chance to step up as a leader, I would say.
I think we feel for him, don't we?
I agree with that.
Kind of guys.
Underdogs. I think we could totally feel for him. And you know what? I'm going to say Beth too, even though we have no idea what happened to her.
Wow, really?
I'm going to actually, I switched on that. I would usually think that Beth's going to be one to go, but I think that she's got a story as well. That one's my Hail Mary. I'll be honest. Okay. That one is like I'm reaching for the skinny branches. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not going to, I'll be like, okay, yeah. Yeah. What about you?
My picks for living are Michonne, Carol, and Glenn. Dying are Beth, Bob, and Maggie.
Ooh, Maggie.
I think one of those main characters is going to go this season.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Although that's a stretch because it doesn't fit in with the comics. So.
Well, that's what's so great about the TV show. None of it really fits in with the comics. We can't really use that as a guideline anymore. As much as, like you said, Rick not dying, we just can't really see that happening. But you never know.
Hey, yeah, I got something for you.
Sure.
You had Sasha on, right? I mean, you had
Sequoia.
Sonequa Martin Green.
Sonequa Martin Green. Oh my goodness.
We had Sonequa on.
Yeah.
And she actually wrote a song with us.
Oh, really?
You want to hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me play it for you. It's a song that she wrote with us called "Don't Go Breaking My Legs." I'm going to see if I can play it for you. Okay, because that's what we do on the podcast is we write songs with these guests.
I love that.
Yeah, we're in Nashville. Let's see if it's going to come through. Oh, man, it's not coming through. Oh, she's got her gun. I can't get it to work.
That's okay. That's all right.
We were hearing it.
We were hearing it.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Was that it? I got my gun. She was saying that?
Yep, she's singing her song right now.
Well, now we can't hear it. We heard it before.
Yeah,
now we can't hear it.
Before.
When
now you can't?
When you didn't think we were hearing it, we were hearing it.
There.
Now we hear it.
Oh, too bad. Oh, well, I don't want to waste your time with another one.
You know what? We'll just have to.
It was good.
I'm sure they can just pull up your episode with her on Walker Stalkers and hear it as well. So I appreciate that, though. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, but yeah. So once again, just to not bury the lead. So Walker Stalker Convention 2nd anniversary in Atlanta is happening on October 17th through 19th, which happens to also be week 2 of season 5. So you can definitely, if you're in the area, you can definitely get your Walking Dead fix and then go see episode 2 and just go on to walkerstalkercon.com to get the dates again, and you have some announcements already for some of the other cities I see from cast members, which is great. You're already getting that in shape, and then of course you guys are on walkerstalkers.com as well, and you have a podcast on iTunes. Listen to both of us.
Absolutely.
Listen to both of us. There's enough room for all of us, and in this nice little nerd world of The Walking Dead.
Hey, we do if you're ever coming to one of our cons, we do a podcasters panel. We love podcasters. We really promote everybody else's podcast as well. So
beautiful.
You guys are the bomb.
Oh no, we appreciate that. We definitely do. Unfortunately, Daryl, Kristen, and Dave couldn't join me on this one, but you can catch us on Sunday, and you can catch you guys probably on Sunday recapping the season premiere. Very, very exciting. I can't wait to. I actually did see the premiere through a press link, but I don't want to say a word. Don't want to say a word.
You are so lucky, man.
But just really, well, you know what? It's lucky, but it's also cursed.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Because you can't share. So
right.
it's just hellish to share. But but anyway, Eric, so good. Thank you so much for coming on the show. All the success for you for Atlanta and for the other cities, and hopefully we'll get to work again. If you want to stay on after we're done here, I'll just say goodbye to you personally. But thanks again for joining us here.
Thanks, Nando. Appreciate you, man.
No problem. And guys, my name's Nando Velasquez. You can reach me at Nandovel, Nandovel. Also, season 5 of The Walking Dead starts this Sunday. You can catch us on AfterBuzzTV.com. You'll catch us live streaming at 9 p.m. Pacific time, or of course, catch us on iTunes. Please comment, rate, subscribe to us. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, Walker Stalkers, and there are some other great podcasts you can check too. But feel free to listen to all of us. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Again, my name's Nando Velasquez, and we'll catch you on Sunday.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.